my name is Mike Tedford. I'm here with Brett Hendricks, and he's the founder, executive director of Changing Lanes Ministries. And today we're talking about the process of change, because I understand the only thing constant in life is change itself.
That's right.
And so what are some of the processes of change that you've identified?
Well, the things that we've identified, we've actually taken some information that Mark Laaser has put out in his book, Healing the Wounds of Sexual Addiction, and seen that there's a lot of people that want to be free of their sexual brokenness. But it's daunting, it's scary. For many, it's years, if not decades, of a way of doing life, of being able to cope with the pains of life, the way to deal with insecurities. And so with it, there's 4 things that he identified, and I think these are incredibly good things, and I like to share these in our groups and with others. The first one is just the old behavior, knowing that we have this old life of where we were. But in that, there becomes an awareness that I need something different. Those that are watching the video have probably, or at least at that spot right now, are saying, yes, I have something that I can't deal with any longer. I need to do something different. So when we come to that, we start looking at ways to change. And so we may have tried to change, and that change brings us a place where it's chaos. And in that chaos, I don't want this. I'm going to go back to what I know, my old behavior, because I know how to handle that. Even though it's painful, it's scary, it's killing me, I'm still going to go there. But the chaos is truly in a spot where we're changing, that we've stripped away all of our coping mechanisms to be able to deal with our day-to-day life. And in that, we're saying, I'm bare. I don't know how to go forward. And I use the analogy, it's like we're walking in a storm. Used to live in Phoenix, and back then, it was not uncommon to get the sandstorms to come through. And I could look out the back window and look across field to this other building that I would see on a normal day. The sandstorm came through, you couldn't see it. You knew it was there, but you couldn't see it. And really this idea of change and this chaos that's in the midst of it is you're walking in that storm. You can know where you need to go, but once you get out there, you can't see. You're getting pounded by it. It's painful, it hurts. You can get disoriented. If you stop and you make any minor adjustment in your path, you're not going to end up where you want to go. But in the midst of that chaos, if I have somebody walking with me, somebody that knows the path, that's equipped to be in this storm, they help guide me in the chaos. And so when we do that, we go and we find the new way to live life. We find that we can live freely and we don't have to go back to the old things, which brings us to the place where we have this new life, what he calls a new behavior. And in that, there is freedom. But unfortunately, too many people that I watch go through the chaos, and that they say, I get into it.
They get part way, and then they decide, oh, this is too hard, and then they pull back.
That's right. They'll go back to where they were because they know that they can get back there instead of progressing forward in the storm.
You know, it really kind of reminds me a little bit of the children of Israel in leaving Egypt, that we're kind of told in the Exodus how they left Egypt and they got in the desert and they got up to the promised land. They said, oh, this is too hard. Yeah. We want to go back to slavery.
Exactly.
Because that's what we know.
That's right.
And it's just like, just on the other side, God has so much for us. And sometimes we get so close to it, we just need to press on. And you've given us some great steps today for kind of understanding what that process is of change.
That's right. To
kind of lead us into that journey so that we can press on and feel comfortable to know that there is freedom and there is success. It's there. That's right. Just sometimes it's hard to see right away in the moment.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And by having that God with us, that person to journey with us, makes the difference in the world. And I look back into Matthew where it says, give us this day our daily bread. And sometimes in that chaos that we go through this process of change, we want to go from the old to the new instantaneously, and try to skip the chaos. And instead, it's just one day at a time through the chaos, but knowing that we have somebody with us is the difference between finding the new life or returning back to the old.
Oh, it's so important to have somebody who can walk that journey with you.
That's
and
right.
help remind you in the tough times.
That's right.
Oh, that's great. Brett, thank you so much for sharing the processes of change with us. If somebody wants to know more because they're maybe on this journey and they're looking for that person to walk with them, sure. Or they're not sure kind of where they are, and they maybe need somebody to kind of show them that location, what step they're in, how do they reach you?
Sure, they can visit our website, changinglanesministries.com, or they can email us at notalone@changinglanesministries.com.
Oh, that's wonderful. And if you're also interested in following and knowing more about Changing Lanes, not only can you see some of the information on their website, changinglanesministry.com, but you can also follow them on social media, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook.
That's right.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Brad. We appreciate it.
That's Mike.